Hi, it's Martin. Welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Today's video is so exciting. We are out at Toft. Roll the credits. Yes, hi, it's Martin, and we are at Toft HQ. What a gloriously sunny day to come out into the country. There is office dog Jay. We'll go and see him in a moment. And yeah, there's the glorious HQ building. Dispatch is through the tree. We'll go to dispatch later. Something very, very exciting is happening. I'm having my own animal. I get to join the Menagerie, and I'm so excited. This has been something that I've known about since last November, and I just can't tell you how incredibly lucky and honoured that I am that Kerry and the team have asked me if I'd like to join the Menagerie and what would I be. A little bit of the backstory before we start the day. I helped out at the Darwin workshop last year at the Natural History Museum. Some of you may have seen that video previously, and on the night we made the micro crochet octopus, and then we all made the Charles Darwin workshop. Because I was helping with setup and load-in, because it was around the time of Ed's extravaganza, I think. So I said, let me know if I can join you in another workshop or an event at some point in the future. And Kerry said, well, come and do Natural History Museum with me. It's around the busy weekend for the team. It'll be great. You can help you can help me out, and the team can stay at HQ and do the launch for Ed's extravaganza. So, yeah, brilliant. Loved it. So I was doing the load-in and helping to set up, and then we went for some food, and Kerry just dropped into conversation. The sun is, there we go. Just dropped into conversation. So if you were going to join a Menagerie, what would you be? And I was like, no way. I said, yeah, choose an animal, whatever you want. And I said, okay. I definitely think a bear. I think bears are so cute. I love bears. So I said, I definitely think a bear. But then that's the challenge, because there are already bears in the Menagerie. So Kerry basically said I had until January to decide. As long as I got some suggestions to the team by January in time for the January meeting. The team plan the entire year out in January, so they kind of know what's going to happen broadly with all the subscriptions and lots of the new product launches. So wanted an idea by January. So Mark and I did some research over Christmas. We found some different breeds of bears, and I sent some over, and we decided. And now it's June, and I've sat on this since November, and it's finally here. So I'm here at HQ for 2 days. It is a glorious day. It's currently Tuesday, the 25th of June. And yeah, we're going to see what goes into designing an animal, all the way through to creation of the kits. So I'm going to take you with me throughout the journey and see what happens. But yeah, I'm still a bit like, oh my God, this is crazy. There has been some correspondence exchanged with that, and I think I might be having a patch. More on that later. Right, let's go and see Jay, and then let's go and see the team. Good morning. Oh, everyone loved seeing you last time. Have you got grass on you? Everyone loved seeing you last time in the videos. So this is Jay. Jay, come here. He's very friendly. Jay is the office dog. Jay belongs to Liz. Liz is the dodo, for those of you that know. And yeah, Jay's on a very long lead so that he can stay outside. When we were here last time, he had a lovely little basket in the corner of the office. Jay, oh, you got your leg cut. Listen, come here, come here. There we go, look at that. Oh, we're gonna have a little play now, are we? Gonna have a little play? Yeah. Oh, so cute. I mean, forget the beautiful surroundings. Who wouldn't work in an office that's got an office dog, right? Okay, let's go in and we'll wave at people. Yeah, I might need to put music over the top. Like, there are secrets, I've been told, and there are things like I'm not allowed to look at. And I don't like spoilers, so I'm happy to not. Like, it's around Advent time. I don't want to see Advent. I want the surprise. I want to see what's going to happen later on in the year. So let's go in. I think we're going to do the daily meeting when all the team get together, and then I'm going to sit down with Kerry, and apparently there's a plan for how Martyn Bear is going to get launched. So we will find out what that plan entails. Okay, we're inside HQ. There's the wall. You've seen the wall before. I've bought Show and Tell with me. I bought Morris. And I also bought, which I put on the table, Peter Bear. This was the very first Toft thing I ever made. And he's done with a 4mm hook because as a newbie crocheter, I couldn't make it work with a 3mm hook. It was just too small. So he's different to Morris. So I sent the list over. We had a short list of bears, and the bear that we chose is, I'm going to show you the inspiration image deliveries. It's fine, keeping it real behind the scenes. There's just been a delivery. It's not a secret. I can see what it is. I am going to go hunting for secrets though later. So the inspiration image, there he is. That's going to be our Martyn Bear. He is a Tibetan bluebear, and they are on the verge of extinction, possibly extinct. It's unknown. We believe that they're on the verge of extinction. I have recently found a video of an explorer who found a mother and a cub in the Himalayas. But the reason I loved him, and so it's basically a distant cousin of the brown bear, but they've got this colouring on their fur, and the yellowy colour actually in certain lights looks like a silvery, bluey, it's like got a shimmer on it. So hence the name Tibetan Blue. And Tibetan because, because obviously it's found in the Himalayas. So that's the bear that we've chosen. So I love the fact that he's a distant cousin of, this is Peter. There they go. So that's going to be our bear. So we're going to June, fingered again, sorry. I've got the phone the wrong way around and I do it the other, and it's fine. So we're going to have staff meeting in a moment. I've got a coffee already. And yeah, we will then meet Kerry and find out what the plan is for Martyn Bear. Right, this is the exciting moment, the really exciting moment. Kerry's going to tell me the plan for Martyn Bear.
So, obviously it's Martyn, we're all very excited, and so we're going the whole hog for this one. So Martyn Bear isn't just going to be introduced to Edward's Menagerie quietly at all. He's coming in with a big bang, and that's because he is going to be going into our Autumn Toft Quarterly. And the theme for our Autumn Toft Quarterly is Camp Toft. So that kind of all-American camping, think autumnal colours, oranges, and the leaves changing colour. And Martyn is going to be going camping. Again, think about like a big American national park style setting. He's going to be going camping with his camera.
And autumn is my favourite time of the year.
So
it's the change in leaves. Yeah. It is, we're meant to be going camping. I'm not trying to get Mark to go camping.
You can try.
We'll try, yeah.
So I guess, now it really is about making the decisions so that Martyn fits within the rest of that as well.
Yes. We now need to go and decide on some colours. We have a ball of yarn here. We're going to go to Dispatch in a moment and look for some colours. But we're going to start drawing out what he looks like. So I'll spin the camera around as we go. Do a few sketches.
So let's go again. What I was going to copy is, I've got a feeling that when we do a bear, it sits at the front of its face like this. think these might need to be a bit bigger. And then it is, do you want your glasses on or not? Should we give the impression of glasses and the fact that we're considering it? Again, things can always be abandoned.
He looks very wise with his glasses.
He does look wise with his glasses. I mean, he could even be holding something if he wanted to. I mean, we have patches like Piot the polar bear has a hat on. There's no reason why. Like, if you wanted him to be knitting, even he could knit. I know that like this is the problem with working with me, where I'm just
hold a camera.
Yeah.
Like one of the Safari cameras.
Yeah.
Because he has that in one hand with the cameras. You get the pole. With the camera sitting on top.
Yeah, so he can even hold something, so he feels really campy and like part of the whole.
But if we're going to do the story, we can do the story that he's a filmmaker.
A filmmaker, a naturalist filmmaker. See, you're into it now. A vlogger. Yeah.
He's a blogger.
Yeah. It's a Tibetan blue bear, yeah?
Yeah.
No pressure on spelling everything correctly.
I've picked another incredibly sunny day. I've been here 3 times now. Very, very lucky. And every time it's been boiling hot weather. You don't get rain in the Midlands.
No, we don't. No, it's always like this.
Right, we're off to dispatch. I'm going to spin you around. It'll be nice in dispatch because it's air conditioned. Yeah, because this is all bedded in now, because it.
When you first came, it was still very new. When you came the first time, yeah. So the double at 25 grams are arranged here through the central section in naturals, and they're actually arranged on the colours that we sell the most in terms of popularity. So the colours we sell the least will be the ones that our short team can't reach very easily. So these will be the most popular colours through the middle. And what you're picking for Martyn Bear then is a ball of oatmeal.
So we'll definitely go oatmeal because he's got that fan.
Yeah.
Or we're going to literally go blue.
I think
it's too literal.
It's too literal in terms of blue, so we'll interpret it as a grey. And there's the bright blue, down there you go.
No.
So often when I'm looking at animals, I would usually, if I've got to do a blue, I'd be sitting in this grey spectrum instead of in a true blue spectrum. And that's a shale, but let's get a steel. Where is the steel? The steel look good?
That one?
Yep. There's a steel, which is a very dark blue. Obviously there is the silver too, if you want to look at the whole spectrum.
These are just my colours anyway, it's blues and greys.
Yeah. So that's the full spectrum of greys.
Need some brown.
And in terms of going for a brown, so obviously there are true browns that are flat dyed colours. So to dye, say, chestnut, it is dyed as a solid chestnut. But one of our most special, well, the 2 most special colours really, are the blended colours.
Yeah.
So stone and mushroom, what they actually are is a blend of brown and grey together. So in here you've got black fibres, you've got white fibres, you've got camel fibres, you've got chestnut fibres, all blended together, so you get a really complicated brown grey that sits right in the middle of the spectrum.
Yeah, because that feels best, because what's the darkest one? Cocoa.
Cocoa is
that
the
feels
darkest.
Like 2, because that's 2 brown bear, because it's a cousin of the brown bear. So I feel like that's going to be
too dark.
It's too obvious to be a brown bear.
Chestnut must be here. So that's the warmest, boldest brown.
How do you choose colours?
It's quite hard. I lay them all out for hours and then sometimes change my mind.
Okay, definitely those 2.
Okay, so now it's just deciding on...
Because that's the stripe.
Yeah. And the face.
And the face.
Yeah.
And then maybe, because it's got a shimmer.
Of grey that moves through its fur.
Yeah.
So maybe eradicate might be the easiest way. So if we're going to eradicate, we're going to go for realism.
We're not going.
Although you can make yours in blue. Remember, the joy is you can make it in any colour afterwards.
The blue's gone back. We're not doing literal.
So then I would say that this is maybe a bit pale. with these two,
That's
because it
two,
sits
yeah,
too close to the oatmeal, so we'll put silver back in the correct box, hopefully. Yeah. So it's a decision between shale and steel.
Okay, maybe we need to play. That one probably.
Yeah, go for a darker contrast. So that would be the final palette that we're going to make the first Martyn the Bear with. TBC.
The first.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do it. That one can go back.
In the right box.
In the right place. Otherwise we'll have a row.
Yeah, we will. We're good. We're in.
Also, while I'm in dispatch, I found the patch collection. The one I don't have. I have got show and tell though, so I can show and then get my patch. We are back. So every pattern, yes, comes with a 10%.
Comes with 10% leeway for tension.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to take 10% off all of these balls and then start to make.
Yeah, and that's a really good tip. If anyone is ever, if you're using, say you're doing Imaginist or something where you are designing yourself from those colours, I would always roll your 10% off first, because then you're not tempted to touch it. And I speak from experience that even when you tell yourself you're going to leave 10%, if it's there, you'll still try and get a few more rounds in. So I just get it out of the way, take it off, and then I know that I can truly go to the end when you're playing yarn chicken.
We don't want to play yarn chicken. Right, let's wind. Right, Tash is here.
Hello.
We're going to divide and conquer and have a go at the first attempt. We've decided on colours. We're going to go with these three, as you just seen. So we're going to think legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Legs in mushroom. Body in grey with oatmeal.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have a flash. And then ears, we think. So we're making a plan. So I'm going to do legs.
Yeah, you're on legs. I'm going on head. Tasha's going on bottom of body. How fast are we making?
But we need a leg off.
Yeah.
That would be more fun. Right. Okay, let's go. Okay, it is 1:45. We've just had lunch and we are ready to sew him up. I say we're ready. Kerry's going to sew him up. I'm not going to do it. A, I'm not quick enough, and B, I don't think I'm neat enough. But I did do this leg. I've done all the legs. Top legs, spoiler. Tash did the body and Kerry did the head. So we've made the whole thing this morning. So I'm going to time lapse and flick you around, and then Kerry's going to sew Martyn Bear. Exciting. Right, we are now doing the important bit, patches, because I'm getting a patch. Did I mention? Right, let me spin you around and show you what people are doing and all the work that goes into creating a patch.
It's like art attack hour.
Yeah. This is the fun bit.
I know, this is the bit where people are like, oh wow, is that what you do every day?
That's how it gets made.
It's also fun because normally we're doing all these elements separately on our own desk.
I know, and that's why you should come in the summer, because this kind of liberty of time, it's not a thing.
There's no agenda.
When we're in the animals.
And then are we going to put the camera here
I
still,
don't-
or
in-
like
Well, Martyn's left-handed, so it's got to go in his, definitely go in his left, which is that side.
This
that
side.
side.
Yeah.
Or round his neck, or you might miss that V if you go around the neck. So maybe
Yeah,
go in the
because that
hand.
would end
Yeah.
up going like that,
Yeah.
and it would go across.
So Evie drew this one to start with.
Yeah, off the base of that.
So we used this one, which you saw earlier. And then for the patch, we've gone to this one. And then we kind of moved to this one with a bit of a 3D camera. But that might be a bit tricky on the patch. So we then went for a simpler camera. And now we think we've ended up with this. So this now gets scanned in and sent over to Rosie. Okay, let's go see Rosie.
Just get the pen out. That's the final step, is the pen.
It's going to be exciting, yeah.
So we've gone from this sketch to the line drawing. Is that what it's called? Kind of. But the black line, so that's what gets scanned in. Right, we'll see that bit in a minute. Yeah.
Feel bigger because it's like on thing. But then Caitlin will feel taller. That one will feel. Although this one will have a tail. Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
And then this gap here.
Yeah.
I think actually that's pretty good. The things that I look for when we do patches is things like this gap here.
Yeah.
It would be very difficult to cut out.
Yeah.
So what I'll probably do is make basically join up this line here
Yeah.
rather than there.
Yeah.
And then we'll just rub out this line here. Something like that. But I might bring that line down here actually because it's not behind the ear there. So I'll probably try and match it to that side to make sure it looks the same on both sides. But his ear's a little higher up on that side. Something like that. So that'd be much easier to cut out as a patch.
So then the 3 patches.
And then I think that looks nice.
Yeah, so that's Evie's drawn in now, loaded in. And then that goes into a lightened up version to make the lines more defined.
And then we smooth out the lines on the face.
Yep.
And avoid any really skinny areas that might be difficult to cut out as a patch.
Yep.
And then finally we add the eyes on last.
There we
and
go.
It's ready to be turned into a patch.
Okay. So now it goes into a different program.
That's right.
Okay.
This goes into one where we colour it in, basically. Has he got a steel body?
Yeah. Steel body.
Steel body.
And then mushroom.
legs.
That's amazing. So that's where we imported him in.
And then he gets turned into a vector graphic like this.
Yeah.
And then we colour.
And then we colour him in. Ta-da! There he is with his little camera. Very cool. Thank you. Coming to the end of day one now. What have we got in here?
Another Martyn Bear.
So not only have we made one Martyn Bear, have we shown? I don't think we've shown off the official one yet. Here we go. There he is. We've now got 2 because Tash has made the second one to test the pattern.
And it's all okay.
It's all okay.
All good.
All good. Now we have 2. Good morning, good morning. It is day 2 at Toft HQ. Look at the sun already. It is 9:15. Like I joked yesterday, I can't go any further. There's a secret up there that I've seen. Ooh, the next dye club. Yeah, as I said yesterday, I seem to pick the best weather to come to HQ because it is just gloriously sunny. So yeah, you saw day 1, you saw us finish. Tash made the next prototype, so it's been tech edited, pattern's been written. Tash has then tested the pattern and made the second one, which is going to be the one that Kerry's sewing up now for photography. I think that's the plan. I've just gone in and dropped my bag. There's a discussion happening about Martyn Bear's patch because it's not quite bear-like enough for Kerry. So I think there's going to be some tweaks. So I'm going to see if we can get a little bit of that, but the bear needs touching up. So we're going to tweak his nose on the patch. So yeah, day 2. Today is finalising the patch, sewing up the prototype. Then that's going to be photographed, the pattern created in the finish, and then I think we're going to go to HQ, into dispatch, and make up some kits to see the finished object. Oh my God. Honestly, yesterday was just the best day. And I don't take for granted how lucky and honoured I am to be joining the Menagerie. Martyn the Tibetan bluebear. I've just taken loads of footage and I need to hope I can edit it together into a cohesive story. But even just, the team are just so creative. Like I talked to Rosie about some of the things that I like for my backing card. So even though Martyn Bear is going in a magazine as part of like Camp Toft around the campfire, my patch will be a standalone patch. So it doesn't need to be campfire related. So we did something for me. So we've got glasses, because I often wear glasses. It's got my knitting bag, which is blue, like my t-shirt today. And it's got some wool and knitting needles and a crochet hook and a tripod. And I just mentioned a few things to Rosie, and you sort of draw it. Like, the team are just so creative. Yeah. I'm a happy little bit. I'm a happy little Martyn Tibetan bluebear today. So let's go in. Let's go and see what is happening. We've got like quarter of an hour till the morning meeting. So then we'll see what the plan is for today. And Jay's still outside. I think he went home with Liz last night. He did go home with Liz last night. Oh, he's just so cute. He's tiny. I need to find out what breed he is, actually. I don't know. I'll find that out because someone's going to ask. Good morning. I've just come in. He doesn't have any ears. We're taking the ears off. Kerry's here.
Morning.
Apparently the ears need to be lowered. So Kerry said this is quite normal, that we make a design, she sleeps on it, and then it gets tweaked. So the ears are going to get lowered, which we actually think then helps with the patch. As I said, it doesn't look quite bear-like enough. It could be a bit of a lion, it could be a bit of a dog. It's the collar is kind of stopping it looking bear-like, I think. So we're tweaking, which I love this design process. So we now have 2 ears again. And I say we're sewing it, Kerry's sewing it. I'm not doing it.
Getting there.
Immediately looks more bear-like.
Yeah.
He's ready for his close-up. It's very cool.
So what I normally do is I try to get them in the cutest pose possible.
Yeah.
So it's quite a few images that I then go through and decide which one does it justice the most.
There's things in this room I can't show you because of secrets. Although I have just seen the secret, but by the time this video comes out, it will have launched. But those of you that watched the first video, I don't think the secret's here. This had a wall that came out here, which was Kerry's recording setup. But that's now been moved to here. So, do you know what we can do? This is like how Kerry does her lives. So I think they're getting ready for the octopus cowl. Okay, that's an amazing picture. I need to take a picture of that. So the room has all been completely changed around now, and it's the proper photography studio. So where we've just been, avoiding secrets. So there's all the props and everything all there, and then obviously you've just seen where Yantra's had the backdrop to take photos of Martyn Bear. So we're going to go find Yantra now. She's headed off into the studio, and we're going to see what happens next. And this is the final preparation for the pattern production. So this is doing the outline image to go on the front of the pattern, which will go in the boxes.
Oh, wait.
Okay, we are now at Yantra's desk. So we've got Martyn Bear again, you've seen. Right, I'm going to spin you around and then we can look at the images. Okay.
So I tend to pick from like the several shots that I took, like the best one. Normally that is the last one, because when you end it, you know that you've ended it on the best note possible.
Yeah.
But it's always worth looking again.
Yeah.
So what I do is I tend to crop it to what is our dimensions, and obviously like get out everything that might be visible behind it or around it on the light table.
Yeah.
Try and center it. Obviously we can recrop it later.
Love that one.
Yeah.
I've never thought of turning it to the side, but then turning the head.
Yeah,
To make him look, that's
we occasionally do that. You'd notice that on some of our animals, we do them 3/4 because it shows their best angle.
Yeah.
Basically. Especially if there's like a tail or a feature that is important to be seen.
Yeah.
And in terms of postcards, we try and get as much as we can visible, because say in our trade kits or complete kits if given as a gift, they don't always have all of the, you know, lovely descriptions and extra material that they get in the PDF.
Yeah.
So it's always useful to show all the best angles and any technique that they might otherwise not know what it's meant to look like. So what I do at this stage is I raise the highlights a little bit and the shadows, just so we get that lovely natural white behind it, rather than actually cut it out. So the edges are not as sharp as they would be if we were just, you know, erasing around it or penning it out with a pen. So I've picked these 4. Little front shot, 3/4 side shot and a back shot. So I'm just gonna open them and do my best to remove the background from this.
We've done all the touch-ups and we're now creating the pattern, which I can't show you because it'll give the pattern away, which we're not going to do. But yeah, Yantra's taken a previous pattern format and pasted the pattern in. So yeah, it's really interesting seeing how it's all built and all laid out, but I can't show you this bit, I'm afraid, because it'll give it away, and no spoilers for the pattern. Okay, it's been printed, but I haven't seen it yet. It goes from Yantra to Rachel. We're gonna go and see Rachel. Are there secrets? Yeah. We'll stay this side. Yes. Rachel's got a red pen out.
Hi.
So you're now going to mark it up, if there's anything.
Yes, I'm just going to check the pattern, and then if there's any tweaks we need to make, we'll make it at this stage.
Okay, I'm in the shade because it is getting warm now. Right. We finished editing the pattern. There he is. There's the pattern. The pattern's been updated because he's had a tweak since yesterday, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Kerry's in a couple of meetings now, so we'll chat about that later. But I'm on my way to dispatch to pack a kit. There's the image. There's the bit. Right, let's go and make some kits. It's very cool in dispatch. The aircon is really nice. So we are here. I'm going to just keep showing you Martyn Bear because he's just the cutest. Right, we're here in dispatch. So I've got my pattern card. I'm going to go for this one side on, and I'm going to see what Kerry says later. So I've got my pattern card. So Evie's here. And I've kind of got free reign to pack my kit. I'm going to try and pack it and see if I remember all the bits that go in it. Because I have packed kits before. While I've been waiting, I've done a few Bird Club. So I've seen it. But you'll have all had it by the time this video comes out in August. Right, let me spin you around. We're going to go and pick some yarn. It's a very easy one to pick, I think. Okay.
You'll be on this day, I think. Yeah.
You saw this yesterday, but it's the wall of yarn. the best one. Right, so I want 1 oatmeal, and then I want a, oh, that wasn't very good for you to see, was it? Chestnut? No. I don't even know what I'm picking. Oatmeal, mushroom, and steel. Okay. Ta-da! Right, let's go. Say hi. Hello. I have my 3 balls of yarn. Boxes under here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right,
So the one closest to you, I think, it's got. Yeah.
Okay. So, I think it's going to be postcard first. No? Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm having my homework marked.
No.
Right.
Does need a. Yeah, we'll just see. We'll see where you.
Yeah, I know, right. We're going to see what
It's
happens,
like a
right?
test.
It is. Right. Postcard first, then it's going to be, we need a sticker.
Yeah.
Level 3, because of loop stitch. My favourite. Right, and that goes on here. Okay, then I think it's going to be stuffing first.
Yeah.
Do I need? I don't do it.
So your all kits roughly have 115 to 120 grams of stuffing.
Is that too much?
That's about right, actually.
We'll go with that.
Go with that. Might even a little bit more, actually. A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Generous. Yeah.
Okay. Right, stuffing's in. Then the 3 balls of wool. And then a hook. Not that I need a hook, but we'll do it because we're doing it as a kit.
Doing it as, yeah.
Doing it as a kit. And then wool needle. I feel like you're both looking because I feel like I've forgotten something.
Yeah.
What? Wool needle.
Yeah.
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 Then he needs black thread for his eyes.
Yeah.
And a thread of cocoa, please,
Yeah.
for his nose. He's got a little brown nose. Okay. Black and brown.
Well, you personally don't need a getting started postcard, but as a kit, it would have a getting started postcard. So just over there. So you got UK standard, second row, UK standard.
I was close.
You're very close, yeah.
That's more of a we've made 1,000 kits.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ta-da! I'm not going to seal it because I think we might change the front image. I think it might. That's the standard image. And I've chosen side profile, but I'm not sure I'm going to get away with that in the final kit. So we won't seal it yet.
That's so sweet.
It's so bonkers.
Oh, lovely.
It's just crazy. Thank you. A baby Cree has been born because they wait for the sun. So not have any births, you said, for the last couple of weeks because of the wet weather.
The amount of rain, so everyone's been hanging on in there.
Right, let me spin you around and you can see. This little white one, cream one. How old do you reckon? About 2 hours old?
About 2 hours old, and because it's so hot and kind of windy, it's actually dried almost immediately.
Yeah, it doesn't
so,
look
you can
newborn.
barely tell. The only way you can really spot it is you see the umbilical cord is still very much fresh on the bottom of it, and we obviously knew how many there were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one extra. How old is the chocolate brown one next to it?
So probably a couple of days old. The white one here, which is a bit bigger, is probably a maximum of 2 weeks. But everyone's under that in the field, all the little babies.
Wow. They look so cute having been shorn.
I prefer them when they're like this than when they're too fleecy, actually. And obviously they very much appreciate it in this weather.
Yeah, I bet. But yeah, like moving like that, you wouldn't think only 2 hours old.
Walk. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
learn to
walk.
run.
Yeah, probably less than 2 hours ago, stood up for the first time and now can run across a field. Amazing.
So which one will Mum be?
It's actually this dark brown one here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, as you can tell, it's just a tiny little bit wobbly. Oh, hello. Hello?
He's a little bit wobbly. You're looking for your mum, she's there. It's not me. You're hungry. Is the milk not come in yet? I know, you have to go and try harder.
No fear yet.
No.
But you can see how soft they are already.
Yeah, it feels, the fleece at this stage feels incredible.
Yeah. Oh, there we are, back with Mum.
Yeah. I can tell straight away this is an older mum, only because of her head shape, and so she absolutely knows what she's doing. She's standing dead still. Yeah.
But you can tell the baby is very new.
Yeah, still a bit wet, so that one's not quite dry yet. So I bet this is probably under half an hour.
Wow.
Yeah. Still very much practicing how to feed there, yeah.
But yeah, look how calm Mum is.
Yeah, the mum is an older, experienced mum, and you can see that straight away. She's like, oh, I know what I've got to do. I've literally just got to stand here until I know that the baby's done what it needs to do. I mean, this is a tall cria. To be able to kneel on the ground and feed, yeah, it's a pretty long-necked alpaca, that.
Yeah. Oh, look at it.
Shall we find out if it's a girl or a boy?
Go on.
Hello, Mum.
It's a little girl.
A little girl!
And this year, we have had so many more girls than boys, like 75% girls, 25% boys, which is very unusual for us. So what we would do next is we would put iodine on the umbilical cord, just on baby, so that dries out, just help it dry out a bit more.
So we're back with Rosie for patches, and obviously this is how we left him yesterday. And then earlier in the video you saw that Kerry had cut the ears off because it wasn't quite right and we were tweaking designs. So we've now got the new patch. Ta-da! And yeah, so much more bear-like. And then, yeah, look at him. He's very cute. Beautiful. And then, I don't think we talked about this, so we know we're going to be doing this as part of Camp Toft in the quarterly, but there's actually going to be another 2 patches that go with that. So Rosie's going to do the big reveal. Ta-da! They look so cool as a trio.
They look lovely.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be popular.
So yeah, Martyn Bear in the middle, and then that's Logan the moose, isn't it?
Yes.
With his flag at the campsite.
Yeah, and then you've got Jessie the raccoon.
Jessie the raccoon with her little cup.
Yeah. Enjoying a cup of
hot chocolate at the campsite.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look so good together.
Yes. And then would you like to see the final backer?
Yeah, can we do the final backer?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so that's your backer.
So that's what we saw Rosie drawing yesterday. And then we're going to put
A
Martyn.
little preview of Martyn Bear.
Ta-da! Yeah, I love that. A little blue camera ties it all together.
Perfect.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so I am wrapping up my second day here at Toft. For those of you that will want to know, Jay is in the shade. Jay is a Chiweenie, which is a miniature dachshund crossed with a Chihuahua. And he's so cute. But he's finally sleeping. in the shade. Yeah, so this isn't going to be the end of this video. There's more footage coming up because I finished here today. So here is Martyn Bear as you look at him. I've been talking to Kerry, and we're going to make Kerry's going to make some changes to the final design. We're going to tweak the loops, and I think put some loops on the bottom of his chin, and I think we're going to do something about the color change line here possibly. So it's not the final design, but it's been really interesting insight into the design process that so far in this video then you've seen Kerry's initial sketches through to production, through to then like the patch. So we have a finished bit, but actually because it needs to sit then with the photography for the kit and the patch that goes with it, it needs final edits to make sure that those elements sit together. So we've seen Rosie show us the evolution of the patch. So it's been really interesting to see how the design process works and how we kind of go from that initial idea and then the final design changes. So coming up now in the video, I'll be home, but I will hopefully have made the final Martyn Bear to show you. So Kerry's going to tweak the pattern over the next few days so that we get to the final design. The patches need to go off this Friday, so we are the 20-something of June. Patches need to go off by Friday because there's about a 5-week lead time potentially to get the patches. So if this is going on sale mid to end of August, the patches need to go off this week. I love the story. I can't wait to see how Camp Toft evolves, and we've seen the initial photography for just Martyn on his own as a standalone animal in the menagerie, but now the next stage is then seeing all of the artwork and all the photography of how that all links together into the magazine. So Kerry's going to keep me posted with some of those shots, and I've been very kindly gifted some Aran and some chunky yarn as well, and we're going to make Martyn Bear in every size. Oh, and some fine. So Martyn Bear is going to be in my house anyway, in fine, DK for standard, then we're going to have a large in Aran and a giant in chunky. So they will be coming up hopefully later in this video. Definitely the DK, because of course I want to show you the finished project, but ideally I want to see if I might do the giant. Oh, the giant animals are so cute. I can't wait to see what he looks like in chunky. But for now I'm gonna call this bit a day. It's so hot, you can see how red-faced I am. It's the car, I just moved my car to let someone out of the car park, at the car said 32 degrees. I seem to be a lucky charm for the Midlands because this is my third video here at Toft HQ, and it's the third video when we've had this crazy weather. So yeah, I'm gonna head home to see Mark. I'm taking Martyn Bear with me. Very excited. So I can't wait for you to see the next evolution of Martyn Bear. So stay tuned to see him coming up shortly. And now I'm home, and a few weeks have passed since that amazing trip to HQ. And I'm joined by some friends who we'll talk about in a moment. I've got 2 Martyn Bears. I've got a Martyn Bear in progress. That is teeny. My little old eyes are not enjoying that. And I've got a goodie bag, which I've not opened yet. So we're going to do a live unboxing. But yeah, wow, what fun I had. And I promise you, it's not lost on me how lucky I am that happened and that I got to film it and share it with you all. So we'll come on to Martyn Bear and the comparisons in a moment. I mentioned earlier in the video, and you saw the 3 patches. So I've made, to go alongside Martyn Bear as part of the magazine, we also have Jessie the raccoon. I showed Jessie's tail off in one of my blogs a couple of weeks ago, and a few of you guessed correctly. I think I showed the tail, and a few of you guessed that it was Jessie. So obviously I've made Jessie as part of the patch project, so I now have Jessie made to go with his patch, and I've also made Logan the moose to go with his patch. So I'm hoping there's some patches in the box. We'll do that in a moment. So I've made these friends since I've been to HQ, which is super cool that I've now got them. So that my love of the patches is all about collecting and being a little bit of a magpie and having all of the patches. But my aim is to make all of the projects that go with the patches. So there is a highlight on my Instagram where I take a photograph of the make with its patch. I've set up a spreadsheet with conditional formatting because spreadsheets rule. And I think I'm like 28% through making all of the things. So I've still got some way to go. But anyway, we're getting there. So I've made Jessie and Logan. So they will join my menagerie, but they will also join the camping friends for Camp Toft. So let's do the unboxing. And Kerry and the team have very kindly sent me a goodie box, which I've not opened yet. So I've undone the sellotape just to make it easier to open. Excuse the rustling. So we have I've got another kit, and this is the final photograph. I had a sample of the pattern emailed over to me, so I've been able to make Martyn Bear. So we've got one that I can show you off now, but it's really cool to see him in kit form. So I've got the kit. Usual goodies and flyers that come with the pattern. Come with orders. My order was packed by Eve and Jess, not Evie and Jess. I don't think I've met Eve. I don't think Eve was at HQ when I was there. Maybe Eve's new. Ooh, could be another pack coming. So I got this. Okay, we'll do these in a moment because that's the most exciting bit. The patches. So very kind. I've got some printed copies of the pattern with the photograph. So within the kits, you'll get the printed postcard with the pattern showing the images. So I've got 2 of those, and then I've got a couple of magazines. So there's the magazine. We've got the Camp Toft theming on the back. You can see the hot chocolate mug that Jessie's holding in the patch that we saw. The tent and accessories. I haven't made the tent yet. I probably will do. There's a little fire. Oh, it's so cute. The pattern for this is not in the actual magazine. If you're a subscriber to the magazine, you always get some bonus patterns, which are exclusive if you subscribe. So the tent and the accessories are in the bonus magazine. So there's my little blurb, Making Martyn, which I got to write. Kerry was asked me to put some words together about Making Martyn, the story, how I got into Toft and crocheting. There he is in print. It's so strange to see Martyn the Tibetan bluebear. Introducing the newest member of the Menagerie, created by Kerry Lord for Welsh tenor. That's really cute. Some really cool patterns in here. There's this lovely crochet granny jumper. Oh, well, that's going to have mark written all over it. Plaid scarf. Plaid. The Atlas scarf. That's really cute. Oh, a blanket. I really like that. And Kerry's doing, what did I just see? During the crochet along, 6th to the 15th of September. They're going to learn all the techniques to make that blanket. check out Toft's Instagram for details on that one. Really cute wrist warmers. Some lovely patterns in here for this quarter. That's definite. Oh, a beanie. Definitely patterns to sit around a campfire and crochet Martyn Bear. And then there's a little blurb. Camp Toft officially opens this August. We're pleased to officially welcome Martyn the Bear to the Menagerie. I'm not going to read everything else, obviously. If you go and get the magazine and you can read more about it. Okay, so we've got the magazine, that is there, and then I've got a little paper bag. Take a breath, compose yourself. So, Jessie the raccoon. Look at that! It's really strange seeing these in real life as we saw them being created in the video. So Jessie the raccoon, Logan the moose, and Martyn Bear. So Martyn the Tibetan bluebear, there he is. And look, he's got his little glasses, because I wear glasses. He's got his little tripod, because he's a filmmaker. And he's got his little bag with his knitting and his faux. Like, the best. So, here's the final Martyn with his patch. It's weird talking about myself in the first person. No, third person. There's Martyn, but it's not. We're talking about him. Look, there he is. It's a very exciting, I know I'm like a kid at Christmas. I'm sorry for the excitement, but I'm not sorry because it's super cool. Like, this can't be the thumbnail because it like is a proper spoiler, but there's the three friends ready for their camping trip and their three patches. Look at that. So this is the finished Martyn Bear. So you've seen this in terms of the overall design. So the colour's the same with the mushroom, the steel and the oatmeal. What's different is the head shape is a little bit different. So this is the one that we made on the day. And then earlier in the video when I came in on day 2, his ears had been ripped off. So the ears are slightly lower down than they were, but Kerry's kind of sat and reflected on it. And actually what we've done is there's less loop, because this kind of looks more like a mane when you see it attached to the body. Whereas here we have a little bit of a neck, and then the fur starts here, which is more reflective of the image that I use for my inspiration. And we have less of the loop stitch for the fur. And the other thing we've done then is he's got a bit more bear-like in terms of his face shape. So he's got quite a pronounced nose here, which when we were talking actually almost resembles a bit of a dog-like shape. So this is the original prototype, and then this is the final Martyn Bear. So not much of a difference, a little bit less fur, a little bit more of a rounded shape. And actually here's Peter that I took with me. So their faces are similar in shape now. So actually he's a little bit more bear-like now, which is obviously what he is. He's a Tibetan blue. I love the way I've sewn his ear on, and it kind of still does that. I think he's very quirky. So yeah, so there's the finished product. Which is nice to see the evolution. And it's been fascinating as a Toft addict and someone that is a little bit obsessed with Toft, and being able to see how the creations come to life. It's really nice to see the progression and how we went from the drawn images, bear with, seamless. And how we went from the drawn image to then the evolution of the finished product. So it's been really lovely to see that creative process and see how the design came to life. So there we go. There's Martyn Bear. There's my patch. So I've got, I mentioned earlier, I think in the video, Kerry very kindly gifted me some wool to make Martyn in all of the sizes. So I still have the wool to make the Aran and the Chunky. I have started the fine. This is my first fine animal. I'm using a 2mm hook and I'm not particularly loving life. I don't understand how the people do micros with like a 0.8mm hook. That's a 2mm hook. Look how teeny tiny. So that's, let me undo it. That's obviously the arms. So this is in fine wool. So you can see the difference in arm. So I'm having a go at making him in fine. And then after we've made him in fine, I'm going to make him in large and chunky. So I would love for you all to join me in a Martyn along, which is a very weird thing to say. But join me throughout September, where I'm going to be making more Martyn Bears, because I'd love to have Martyn in every size. Still seems weird to say my own name out loud. So I'd love you to join me and make a Martyn Bear. So for those of you that have subscribed and have the pattern, in the quarterly magazine, you'll have your pattern already. For those of you that haven't subscribed or aren't subscribed to the magazine, which I think is £10 a quarter. It's a very reasonable subscription for the fact that you get 5 knit patterns and 5 crochet patterns. Not a sales pitch, but if you want to get the pattern and have the physical book, you can. This video is now live and the website update is now live, so you can head over to toft.com and you could get hold of your own kit with a Martyn Bear. So you are able to get hold of your kit and then join me on my Bear-a-long and make Martyn. So what I'm going to do is, I've never done a make-along like this before. I'm going to do it on Zoom. So basically, join me throughout September, and every Tuesday in September at 7 o'clock UK time, I will be on Zoom. The details are in the description box below. It'll be the same link and the same password every Tuesday. Please join me. If you want to join but you're really quiet and a little bit shy, that is absolutely fine. You can have your camera off. You don't need to talk, but you can chat in the chat box. If you want to have your camera on and chat along, feel free to do it. Come along and talk all things Toft, all things other things really. It doesn't need to necessarily just be Toft chat. I will be online every Tuesday, but I would love to see lots of you there making your Martyn Bears, or maybe even actually maybe a Jessie or a Logan, like any Toft creatures. It would be great to see how many other Tofters we can get online and see what you make. So please join me every Tuesday. Maybe we'll see if we can get Kerry or one of the team along as well. I haven't talked to her about this yet, so Kerry, if you're watching, surprise. But I'll get in touch with Kerry and the team once everything's gone live and the products are all launched and everything for the autumn update. But it'll be great to see some of you there. I'm going to be making my large and my chunky. It's a really quick pattern. You know, in double knit, it is only 3 balls of wool and you're not using all 3 balls. You will have some yarn left over, assuming you match the tension. But by doing it every Tuesday, for those of you that are international, then you are, hopefully, if you've made an order, the yarn will be with you throughout, you know, the first week or so in September, so you can join on some of the later calls. But if you just want to join and come along and chat to me and just chat about this video or anything else in particular, you don't necessarily need to join to make the Martyn Bear, but it will be great. We can all support each other and cheer each other on. And then hopefully by the end of September, before Vlogtober starts, I will have a Martyn Bear in all 4 sizes. So there'll be 4 Martyns plus the prototype. It's going to be, the flat's going to be overrun. Mark is not going to know what to do with himself. So please join me for a really casual, really informal Martyn Bear-a-long every Tuesday, 7 p.m. UK time. If there is demand from down under, because I appreciate that's not a great time for actually parts of America or Australia, I may see if I can do one early one Tuesday morning before I go to work. But let me know in the comments below, or we can chat on Instagram and see if that's an option. But also, if you place an order over this weekend now, so I'm recording this before the shop update goes live. I believe it will be, the patch weekend will be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So any order that you place will get a randomly allocated patch of one of the 3 friends. But I believe, having talked to Kerry previously, if you specify in the notes box which patch you want, they will try to accommodate. So it's while stocks last, and the team will try and accommodate. If you want Jessie, pop Jessie's name in the box, or Martin, or Logan, and they will try and match you up with a patch, and it'll be 1 patch per order. So if you did want all 3, place 3 separate orders and say which ones you want. I think that's how it works. So yeah, this is not an affiliated type video. Kerry's website is the master. So if I've said anything now that contradicts what's on the website is right. I'm recording this now in the week before the shop update goes live, because my goodie bag has arrived. So please go and check out the website for more details. But I'm not putting this video up until the website launches live. So you will be able to now finish watching this video and head to toft.com and get your hands on a Martyn Bear if you want to. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of this video. It's a bit of a longer one. I know already how long the video is, because I've already edited all that together. So I'm just going to add this bit on now. But it's been so interesting for me as a tofter to see the process from start to finish. As I've said throughout bits of the video, I can't thank Kerry and the team enough for giving me this opportunity. When I went to HQ first 3 years ago, I would never have dreamed that I would be joining the Menagerie, and joining the Menagerie with my own patch. Like, it's more than my little bear brain can comprehend. So thank you so much to Kerry and the team for the generosity that you show me in letting me come to HQ and see behind the scenes. And it's a slightly longer video than normal, but hopefully it's been a really interesting one to see the process go from the initial sketch drawings all the way through to the finished article, and seeing everything in between. And I know that, you know, we saw the pattern be photographed, and the pattern's changed slightly now, but we still got to see the whole process, how we go into taking the shots with Yantra, how Rosie and Evie draw the patches and create those online, and everything that goes with it. So thank you to everyone at HQ for making me feel so welcome a couple of months ago. Yeah, I'm a happy little bear. Me and my bears are very happy at the moment. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope to see lots of you on the Zoom calls, and the first one will be next Tuesday, which will be the 3rd of September. I had to try and find that on my watch. 3rd of September, 7 o'clock UK time. The link is in the description box below. The link to the Toft website is there as well. Thank you very much for joining me. Let me know in the comments below what you've enjoyed about this video. Let me know if there's anything that surprised you about the process and how it comes together. Let me know if you're a fan of the other items that we've got. I know there's a big shop update now with all of the forest friends that you can get hold of, and kits and patterns to make the items in the book. So yes, it's been wonderful. Thank you very much for being here. I'll be back next week. We're on the MCAL countdown, so there'll be more collaboration videos coming with Irina from Fibre Chats as we get ready for Mystery Knit Along season. So it's been really lovely to spend a dedicated hour with you all, talking just about crochet, and yeah, it's been wonderful. So thank you very much for being here. I'll hopefully see lots of you on Tuesday on the Zoom call. There's 100 cap, I think. So if you can't get in, that will mean it's full. But when Irina and I have done them previously for the Mission Knit Along, we've never reached the capacity, so I'm sure it will all be fine. But I'll be on Instagram as well while we're there chatting. So I hope to see lots of you next Tuesday. So until then, and until we speak again, happy crafting.